So in last lecture we discussed about the basic form of if-else statement, in which depending upon only one condition, some set of expressions statements were executed. So we took the example of label triggered D flip flop. Now in today's lecture we will discuss about the second form of if-else statement. So here we will discuss about this if-else statement, then we will write the behavior model of 2 to 1 multiplexer using if-else statement, then we will write the test bench of this multiplexer, and finally I will demonstrate the software. So if-else statement, already we discussed that if statement is used to select collection of statements to execute if certain condition is true. The condition is boolean, that is on evaluation it return value true or false. So now in this form of if-else statement, the syntax is if expression, then some set of statements, else some set of statements. So here the value of expression is evaluated. If it is true, then set of statements number 1, I am giving the number 1 here, set of statements of number 1 will be executed. Otherwise, if the expression after the evaluation of the expression, if we get false, then the set of sequential statements number 2 will be executed. So in this form of if statement, one of the two collection of statements are selected for execution based upon the single condition. So condition is still single here. What? So conditions, for example, suppose we have written CLK is equal to 1. Suppose this is the expression. So condition is 1. We are evaluating whether CLK is equal to 1. Right? So this expression is only 1. But now there are two set of statements are there. Set of statements number 1 will be executed if CLK is equal to 1 is true. So if this is true, then these set of statements will be executed. If the condition is false, then these set of statements will be executed. So we will see now one example, Verilog code of 2 to 1 multiplexer using if-else statement. So here this is the block diagram of 2 to 1 multiplexer. Here A and B are the inputs. S is also an input, but this is a select input, and Y is the output. Now depending upon the value of S, the input A or B will be transferred to the output Y, right? So let us see here S and output Y, right? So if the value of S is 0, then Y output will get the value of A input, right? So whatever is the value of A, whether it is 0 or it is 1, So this will be transferred to the output if S is equal to 0. Select line is equal to 0. Otherwise, if S is 1, else condition means if S is 1, then output Y will get a value B. So this B will be transferred to Y if the value of S is equal to 1. So this is the working of this multiplexer. So here we write the Verilog module. We start with module keyword and we end with end module. The name to this Verilog code I have given mux underscore 2 underscore 2to underscore 1. This is the name which I have given. Now the ports to this mux are A, B, S and Y. So this multiplexer is connected with the outside world with A, B, S and Y ports. Out of these 4 ports, now we are declaring input. Input ports are A, B, S and output port is Y. Now again we have declared Y as a rig type variable, because ultimately since we are writing the behavior model by using if-else statement, so we have to assign the values to Y in the statements which are inside always block. So we know that if we are assigning any value to any port which is inside in any statement, we are assigning the value in any statement to any variable and that statement is inside the always block, then that variable must be declared as rig type, right? So that's why we have declared rig type. Then always @ and in the sensitivity list we have included A, B and S. All the 3 input ports we have included here, because if there is change in the values of A and B, then also I want at that time also this always block should be activated, and depending upon the value of S, the particular value should be assigned to Y. Okay. So now inside always block we have written if S equal to 0. So this is the expression. Here the value of S will be checked with the value of 0, and if both are equal, then statement 1, which is Y equal to A, will be assigned. And if the value of S is not 0, then due to else clause, statement 2, that is Y is equal to B, will be executed. Okay, now we will write the test bench for this 2 to 1 mux. This is the Verilog code. This is the test bench block diagram. Unit under test is my Verilog module of this 2 to 1 multiplexer. It has the input ports A, B and S, and output port is Y. So for my test bench, I am using the same name of the ports which this unit under test is having. So here we have one port A, another port B, another port S and another port Y. So these ports are the ports of test bench. So those ports of the test bench which are associated with the input ports of unit under test will be declared as rig type in the test bench. So here these ports are associated with the input port of the unit under test. That's why A, B and S will be declared as rig type in test bench. The port of the test bench which is associated with the output port of the unit under test will be declared as wire in the test bench. So this is a test bench. The name given to this test bench is test bench. Rig A, rig B, rig S. So A, B and S are declared as rig type, as I just now as I told you. Wire Y, and Y is declared as wire. Then in next line, this line is for the instantiation of the unit under test with the test bench. So unit under test name is mux underscore 2 underscore 1. UUT means unit under test. Here dot A, this is the port of unit under test, means it belongs to this A. Then inside bracket we have written another A. This belongs to the test bench. This belongs to test bench port, right? So this belongs to this A, or not this one. This belongs to this A, and first A belongs to this A, right? So in this way we have done the instantiation, means we are attaching the port A of unit under test with port A of the test bench. So this is the instantiation statement. After this we have written the keyword initial, and inside the initial begin end. Already in previous test bench, what is the meaning of this dollar monitor and this statement already we discussed. And here we see the first statement is hash 5. A is equal to 0, B is equal to 1, S is equal to 0. So once the simulation will start, after 5 unit time of that start of the simulation, A will be assigned as 0, B will be assigned as 1 and S will be assigned as 0. And with these input condition, what will be the output? That will be generated in the form of wave. Then the second statement, which executes after 5 unit time of first statement, and because here time is mentioned as hash 5 is a 5 unit time. So now A is 0, B is 1, S is 1. Like this I have included some conditions of the multiplexer, input conditions of the multiplexer. Depending upon these conditions, some output will be generated. Then I will verify whether that output is the functionality of my this multiplexer is shown in that output or not. So this I have to verify. Okay, now I will demonstrate this. Okay, for mux code I will copy this code first. Right. So this is the software I have already opened. Now I will start the new project. I will give the name to this project as mux. I will give the path of my demonstration folder, which is there in desktop. Okay, next, finish. Right, this mux project is created. Now I will open the source file. Then I will write the Verilog module. The name I will give mux underscore 2 underscore 1, mux 2 to 1. Then next, so here you can give, already actually I have copied that code, so simply I can post. Otherwise here you have to mention, like for example A, by default this is input, so B is also input, S is also input, and Y is the output port, right? Like this you have to use, you have to write here. Since I have already copied the code, so I will paste there directly. Okay, so here I will paste that code. Right. Now I will check the syntax of this code. So for this I will select the simulation. I will select this source file. Then here I will go to iSim simulator and I will check behavioral check syntax. Okay, syntax is okay. Now I will copy the code of test bench. And I will open a new source file. Here I will select Verilog test fixer, and here I will give the name to my test bench as test bench. Next, so now here my test bench is associated with mux underscore 2 underscore 1 with this Verilog module. Okay, finish. So see, now this test bench is created. If you expand this by clicking at the plus sign, then inside you will find UUT, unit under test, and this is my mux underscore 2 underscore 1 Verilog file. So in test bench I will copy my test bench code which I have already written. Right now I will test the behavioral checks index. Okay, it is okay. Now I will run the simulation. Right. Okay, so this is my simulation result. So now you see at 5 ns, at 5 nanosecond, see here in my this the first statement, hash 5 A is 0, B is 1, S is 0. So these values will be assigned at 5 unit time. So here at 5 nanosecond the value of A will become 0, B will become 0, and S will become 0. So if this is the condition, then since S is 0, therefore whatever is the value of A, that will be transferred to the output. So this means output will also be 0. So we check this. So now you check here. First is the Y, second is A signal, third is B, and last is S. So now you can see A is 0, B is 1, S is 0. So what should be the output? Output should be 0. So here we are getting 0. Now at 10 nanosecond, again the value of A, B, and here you can see here this. Now at 10 unit time, the value of A and B will remain same, but the value of S is changed. S will become 1. And if this is the case, then if this is the case, then since S is 1, so the value of B will be transferred to the output. So Y will become 1 because B is 1 here. So we will check this. So now you can see output. See, S is 1, A is 0, B is 1, and S is 1. So Y will be 1. So we are getting 1. So in this way you can check. Now at 15 nanosecond, you see here What is the value of A? A is 1, B is 0 and S is 0. So if S is 0, then content of A will be transferred to the output. So A is 1, that's why you are getting output 1. Okay, here we check. Now A is 1, B is 0, S is 1. Now since S is 1, so the value of B will be transferred to the output. B is 0, so output is 0. So in this way we see that this waveform is showing me the functionality of multiplexer. So after this, if we want, then we can go for the implementation, and here we select the source file of my mux underscore 2 underscore 1, and I will do the synthesis. So here you will find that we are writing the behavior of the multiplexer, that if the value of S is 0, then Y will become A. If S is 1, then B will be assigned to Y. Like that we are writing the behavior, and from this behavior code, finally synthesis tool will generate the technology schematic EDIF file, right, which is required for the implementation of this multiplexer in FPGA or in some other device. So you see here, now this is technology schematic. So this is block diagram of mux. A, B, S are the ports and Y is also the port. Now here you can see, so this is the technology schematic. So here the logic is implemented in this LUT. So in this LUT, basically this is implemented for the multiplexer. So you can find this is the internal logic of the multiplexer. There are two AND gates. There is this inverter. The S input is connected to this inverter, like this, and this is the equation. This is the truth table, and this is the K map. Everything you can find here. Now if you see the RTL schematic, then you can find out the register transfer logic of this multiplexer. So in this way, click this. So in this way this logic is implemented, right?